This latest development this Saturday is that these ceasefires have been declared in two particular pockets of Ukraine to let civilians out. Why, though, has Russia chosen these two cities in particular?
Well, there are actually two things to be said. The first thing is that the declaration is made by the Defense Ministry of Russia spokesperson, meaning that, as a matter of fact, Russia is posting and posturing itself as the country that is favorizing this move in a humanitarian attitude, which has to be seen or considered in contradiction with its latest developments, and especially the fact that both cities, Mariupol and Volnovakha, have been areas where fierce combats have been made. So, on a more tactical development, those cities are joined by a route or a road that stretches over 60 kilometers, more or less. So, Volnovakha is pretty much like north of Mariupol, and Volnovakha had been the momentum where the troops coming out of the Donetsk Republic, so the separatists, have been fighting the Ukrainian forces. So by this, you can see that seizing Mariupol with Russian forces and Volnovakha with Donetsk separatists, it connects literally the two fronts. It allows Russia to yet control the whole coastline to the Sea of Azov, and it creates also the possibility to connect and therefore liberate additional forces that can be then used against the remnants of the Ukrainian forces in the area.
And as we've been saying, this is, of course, a Russian decision. After days of onslaught, what can we make of this decision? Might the page be turning?
Well, I don't think so. It might be actually something that allow also to liberate and to free some movement also for the Russian troops. It allows them also additional operational pause, just to supply, to reorganize themselves prior to literally seizing by force or if not at least bombing and shelling the city, where if all the civilians have evacuated, only the soldiers will remain, and then they can literally destroy the city without being accused of indiscriminate and unproportionate use of force.
Let's talk briefly now about the capital and the fighting elsewhere. This massive Russian convoy of vehicles and soldiers is still poised outside of Kiev. What form might an assault on that city actually look like?
Well, about this convoy, a couple of days ago, we were all discussing about this possibility of having an operational pause with this long stretch of vehicles northeast of Kiev. It looks also that from additional reports, things are way more difficult for the Russians than it looks like. First of all, this convoy looks to be constrained by the terrain, by the fact that it's muddy, it's the Rasputitsa, so it's the bad season, so these vehicles are literally packed. And if you add packed vehicles, restrained because you cannot actually go on free ground, plus difficulties of being resupplied, it means that literally this convoy is going to be stalled, and people also report about one major general being killed, a Russian general being killed in the area while trying to figure out how to reorganize this disposal. So I'm pretty much less confident about how this convoy is going to be go into a free area until a couple of days, maybe, rather than a couple of hours. So this pinch, so to say, is maybe not going as well as anticipated.
Okay, Guillaume Lasconjarias, that's all we have time for. Thank you very much for joining us here on France 24. Thank you.